All right, let's talk about wealth, but probably not in the way you're used to thinking about it. Today, we're going to get into the hidden operating system running in your mind, the one that's quietly shaping your entire financial reality. And this isn't just theory, okay? This is a practical guide to taking back control. So let's just start with this one question. I want you to really let this sink in for a second. What if your income, your ability to build wealth, what if it has less to do with your skills and how hard you work, and everything to do with a subconscious program? You know, like a program that sets a kind of financial thermostat for you, and no matter what you do, it just won't let you rise above that temperature. And this is really the heart of it all. The conscious part of you, the goal setter, might be aiming for a seven-figure life. But if your deep subconscious wiring is only comfortable and familiar with, say, $50,000 a year, you've got this massive internal conflict. And in that fight between what you want and what you're wired for, well, the wiring almost always wins. So let's start by digging into this financial blueprint. I want you to think of it like the invisible operating system that's running your entire life. It's making things happen, but you almost never get to see the code itself. Now, here's the part that's so important to get. You didn't choose this programming. Most of these deep-seated beliefs about money, they were installed a long, long time ago, probably when you were a kid. They came from things your parents said, maybe attitudes from friends and family, or just conversations you overheard. And through simple repetition, again and again, they just became your automatic reality.
Do any of these sound familiar? Take a second and just be really honest with yourself. These are some of the most common lines of code that we find. Money is hard to make. Well, that pretty much guarantees you'll always struggle for it, right? And that last one, I'm not ready yet. Wow, that one is so sneaky, because it just guarantees you'll never even start. Remember, these feel like absolute facts, but they're just programs. That's all they are.
And here's what happens because of that programming. A fantastic opportunity shows up, and your conscious mind gets all excited. But then, that old program kicks in, and it starts whispering things like, oh, that's too risky, or people like us, we don't do things like that. And you'll come up with 1,000 perfectly logical sounding reasons to hesitate, to delay, to just walk away. And you'll never even realize you were just sabotaged from the inside. So, how in the world do we start to change this? Well, the very first step is awareness. It has to be. Before we can even think about rewriting the code, we have to drag it out into the light and actually read what it says. We've got to make the invisible visible. It's simple, really. You just can't fix a problem that you can't see. And let me be really clear, this part of the process, it's not about judgment. It's not about blaming anyone. It's just a diagnosis. We're just calmly and honestly taking an inventory of the code that's currently running the show. This clarity, it's the foundation for everything else. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to actually do this. Don't just think about it. Grab a piece of paper and be brutally honest. Nobody else is gonna see this. What do you really feel when you think about money? What are those secret, unspoken things you believe about wealthy people? And here's the big one. What are you afraid might happen if you actually succeeded? More pressure? Friends getting jealous? Just get it all out. This is exactly why that audit is so critical. You just can't rewire what you refuse to see. Pretending those beliefs aren't there, that just gives them more power over you. Facing them head on, that's the first real step to taking your power back. All right, now that you have that awareness, now we can move into the active part. This is the hands-on work. This is where the real change actually begins to happen. This right here, this is the moment of transformation. This is where you shift from being a passive recipient of whatever old programming you were handed to becoming the active architect of your new mindset. And that is an incredibly powerful place to be. And the process itself is actually pretty simple. You take those limiting beliefs you just uncovered and you consciously decide on their replacement. You're literally installing an upgrade. So something like, I'm bad with money, which sounds so permanent, doesn't it? It becomes, I am learning to manage and grow money. Can you feel the difference? One is a brick wall. The other is a path forward. Now, this isn't a one-and-done kind of deal. Repetition is what carves these new pathways in your mind. But here's the secret sauce. You have to take small, daily actions that are aligned with these new beliefs. Action is the proof your subconscious mind has been waiting for. It's the signal that says, hey, this is real. This is who we are now. Which brings us to the final and I think the most profound piece of this work. This is what separates a temporary change from a real lasting transformation. It's about moving beyond just your thoughts and into your actual identity.
See, you can do all the right things, but if deep down you still see yourself as someone who's just trying to be wealthy, you'll always feel like a fraud. The ultimate goal here is to shift your entire concept of self so that wealth is no longer this thing you're chasing, it's just a natural result of who you are.
This one question, this becomes your new compass before you make any decision. I mean anything, from how you spend your next hour to a big career move. You just pause and you run it through this filter. It instantly pulls you out of those old reactive patterns and forces you to operate from your future successful self right here in the present moment. And this is the choice that's in front of you every single day. The old identity on the left there, it craves comfort. It loves to procrastinate and it runs from anything that feels like a risk. The wealthy identity you're stepping into, that version of you thrives on creating value, on learning new things, and on taking smart, calculated risks. Every day, you get to choose which side of that line you're going to live on. Let's have a real talk about motivation. It's a wonderful feeling, but it is totally unreliable. It comes and it goes. Top performers, they don't rely on feelings. They rely on systems. Your financial future can't depend on whether you just feel like it on a random Tuesday morning. So this is your system. It's simple, it's non-negotiable, and it might only take 15 minutes of your day. Number 1, review your new code. Read it out loud. Number 2, actually feel what it's like to be that future self. 3, take just one, action that creates value, that aligns with that identity. And 4, at the end of the day, just briefly reflect on how it went. This is how you hardwire success into your life. Look, this process isn't instant. It's just not. You're not going to wake up tomorrow a different person. But with quiet, daily consistency, the growth becomes undeniable, and eventually, it becomes inevitable. You just have to trust the process. Let that one really land for a second. This has never been about you being broken or flawed. It's only ever been about the software you've been running. You are not the program. You are the programmer. And you can always write new code. So I'll leave you with this. This whole transformation, it doesn't start tomorrow or next week. It starts with the very next choice you make. So based on everything we just went over, what's the one new program you're going to choose to run, starting right now, today?